Like number one, getting your like baseline logistics set up. Like, you know, the coordinates of the aid stations, you know how to get to the aid stations. And then I think fundamentally, you want to know what the goals of your runner are. If you're someone who's going to be at the top of the race, like a Meg Morgan, a Sarah Ostaszewski, a Jenna Bensko, you want to know, like, hey, when you come into the aid stations, what information do you want me to provide you about the field? You know, you really want to know their intentions.
Because you don't want to surprise them.
Exactly. You don't want to like provide them information that they don't want to hear. Or on the contrary, maybe even worse, you don't want to leave out information that could be crucial to their success in the race.
45 seconds behind you.
Right. You really want to know your runner's intentions. Be really clear about that. And then have a plan, right? Like walk through every aid station. Hey, when you come into this aid station, what do you want me to give you? Typically, your runner should provide that to you in a spreadsheet. You can have it on your phone. So throughout the race, you can reference it when you're coming to an aid station, get to an aid station early, prep all your stuff. And yeah, just have fun from there.
What are the things that a first-time pacer should be thinking about?
First of all, have the conversation ahead of time around what do you want from me? Do you want me to lead? Do you want me to set the pace and you to follow me? Or do you want to be out in front so I'm not dragging you along at a pace that's not sustainable and that you will blow up? Because you don't want to be the pacer that blows up your runner. Kind of did that once, so don't recommend it. So I think having that conversation about who is going to lead and who is going to follow. Also, do they want reminders? Do they want reminders to eat, to drink? You could set a timer on your watch and say every 15 minutes, you need to eat something. Knowing the state of your runner. So if your runner is in really good spirits, they may not need a lot. If your runner is really, really struggling, you may want to remind them to eat. Or if they're having stomach issues, remind them to drink and try and figure that out. Also knowing their goals. I think a great thing is to ask them, like, okay, are we going hunting? Do we want to like pick people off as we go ahead? Do we want to see that headlamp ahead of us and say, okay, I'm going to catch that person? Or is this just a chill, let's just spend some time out in the woods together? I think knowing all of that ahead of time is great. Finally, I would say, ask them what kind of energy they respond to. Do they want you to be silent? Do they want you to talk the entire time? Do they
How
want
many
to
dad
have
jokes
a
are too many?
Yeah. Do you want to sing Disney songs together? And so it's just understanding what a person responds to. And they may say one thing before the race starts. And then when that you actually get in that moment, they don't want that at all. So I think being a pacer is a big learning experience and knowing how to read people and to pick up on their energy and what they need in those moments.